When designing or creating a pond for turtles, one of the best things you want to look for is a place where the turtle can bask and be undercover from things like dogs or cats. So this is one of the perfect solutions. You have high grasses and you have an area on the rocks just off the side of the water where the turtle can get bask. Now, turtles in temperate regions such as ours in Nebraska need to bask to digest their food. So this turtle can eat as many worms or fish or whatever food you put in the pond. If it's not allowed to bask to bring its temperature up, it's going to starve to death. If they get too hot, they will thermoregulate and go back into the cool water. So you want water that's well oxygenated, somewhat cooler than the air. So you don't want a pond that heats up where the water gets above about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. You want that water to be dragged underground through pipes or up to the waterfall so that water has a chance to cool as it's going through those pipes. That keeps the lower part of the pond cool for the turtles when they need to thermoregulate. For a landscape pond, one of the best in the Midwest would be the red-eared slider. It's not native to Nebraska, but it is native to Kansas and Missouri and states south. So you may have to bring them in during cold winters. They grow much bigger than the native painted turtle, and they eat more vegetation. So the red-eared slider will eat on your aquatic plants to some degree, whether they're lilies, hostas around the sides, or water lettuce, or even cattails. But they won't take a lot of them if there's not that many turtles. They will take minnows and worms. Where to get these? Many lakes and ponds in city limits, people have released red-eared sliders, and these turtles should not be in these lakes because they can move and they're not native. So these would be the perfect turtles for a backyard confined pond. Besides the red-eared sliders and yellow bellies that are not native to Nebraska, you can get a painted turtle that is native, up to 3 of them, as long as you make sure that your yard or landscape does not allow them to go back into the wild. That would be against regulation. This is a painted turtle that was brought into our lab that we had some problems. It got hit by a boat propeller. As you can see, it's lost a foot and it's lost part of its shell, but it's doing quite well now, and it's probably one of the best candidates to be in a landscaping pond because it would not survive out in the wild with these repaired injuries, but will survive very well in a backyard pond. Feeding is easy. I would recommend earthworms and small minnows that you can get from a bait shop. Using earthworms is probably the better diet than commercial food, as the earthworms and fish will give it all its native nutrients. Now remember, the turtles in the pond, their defecation and their byproducts will help fertilize your plants. So enjoy the pond and enjoy the turtles.